São emissoras da Rede Bandeirantes para o top de 8 segundos.
EBT, Start, Já, Pes, Kadro, Tri, Ti, Mi, Publiciterka, Tunea, Wagatat, Bloomberg, Televisor, Publiciterka, Medio.
Berg, lo he pensado y en cuanto pueda me independizo. ¿Qué te parece? Vivir solo. Por fin solo. Contesta, ¿qué te parece?
Que no tienes corazón, Carls. Yo sería incapaz de privar a una madre de su hijo.
Pero si es lo que yo digo, mujer, quieres o no quieras, te pongas como te pongas. Ande yo caliente, ríase la gente. Perdona.
Mañana, Viña Aldea. Sin gas.
Va a estar dando la lata durante todo el tour.
¿Cómo estoy?
Impecable.
¿Y la corbata?
Perfecta.
¿Cuánta crema? ¿Expreso?
Sí, y soluble. Marcilla.
Señoras y señores,
Por fin un café soluble con tanta crema que te cambiará la cara. Nuevo Marcilla Crema Express, la crema de los solubles.
Para que tu rendimiento no decaiga, Isostar te repone al instante.
Buenos días, chicos.
Hola, señora Busmore, ¿cómo está?
Muy bien, gracias.
Hola.
Buenos días, chicos.
Buenos días, señora Bridges.
Soporífero, ¿no? El sabor de Pepsi ha cambiado. Pruébala y cambia tú esta historia.
¿Prefieres una versión salvaje?
X, surrealista. Llama y vota. Nuevo sabor de Pepsi, el cambiazo.
Pero, ¿tú has visto qué precios? El detergente día 445 y el yogur natural día 58. ¿Qué te decides? ¡Vamos! ¡Feliz aniversario, día! Lo bueno, si es barato, 2 veces bueno.
Shellvkfkgft.
Egrgea usau prodotti ozone friendly a żarawień ġrali.
Plovou, pericando, faceria, faz o país da polícia, a civil.
Shellvkfkgft.
Here are a few snippets of things creating a little bit of momentum in the markets today. The Japanese yen extending losses this morning after a surprise drop in factory production got people worried that this recovery, if you can call it that, is going to stall further. U.S. stocks up for the first time in 4 days. A surge in oil prices raising the outlook for big oil. Bangkok Bank says earnings are going to stabilize this year despite slower credit demand. Yeah, there's Bangkok Bank. BBL there. And let's take another look at the markets and see what's in play today, where the momentum is and where the money is and where it is not. Pull up the Nikkei, the Kospi, and the others. We're all in the money with the exception of the New Zealand market there. Some of their dairy and cheese producers going through some angst because of the still high level of the Kiwi dollar. Our colorful focus on the Kingdom of Thailand continues on this Thursday. Thai stocks gained traction yesterday after HSBC upped their call on the market, saying it is cheap. The SET barometer tacking on a few points. Market breadth decidedly positive, with winners outgunning losers by an 8-5 margin. The Asian regional strategist at HSBC says at 11 times forward earnings for 07, the market is the cheapest among the Asian markets. Haslinda is our point person in Bangkok, and she's standing by with our next guest, Doug Barnett, president of Quest Management. Haslinda, morning.
Hey, good morning. Now, investors are counting on the upcoming elections for a turnaround in the Thai market, which is pretty much lagging behind Asian markets as well, Bernie. Now, our next guest says that he's not concerned about who will win at the polls because everybody is pro-business. Doug, good to have you with us. Now,
nice to be here.
It doesn't matter who comes to power, but surely the policies that they implement would count.
Well, I think every major political party has seen that the policies that Thaksin pursued in terms of populist strategy and trying to provide benefits to the lowest rungs of society has been very popular. So anybody who comes is going to continue those policies. And also, in terms of stimulating the economy, Thaksin was very good at getting the government to get the ball rolling, and I think that type of policy will also continue.
Now, traditionally, in the lead up to an election, there's been a 15% increase in the Thai stock market. Do you expect that to continue?
Yeah, sure, because Thailand is a money politics type of society, and the way people get votes is by, paying their constituents, and some of that money flows into all kinds of assets and particularly into the stock market.
Valuations are cheap despite the political uncertainty. You say that it's a buying opportunity. What have you been buying?
Well, our three largest positions right now are Banpu Coal, which we think will have EPS growth of about 40% this year, maybe even better, and it's trading on about 7.5, 8 times PE. Taurus and Thai, which is about 4 times PE, and they're in the shipping business and benefiting from higher shipping rates, as well as next month their subsidiary Mermaid, which does offshore oil services, will get listed. And that looks like a big catalyst to the stock moving up. Right now it's not only one of the cheapest stocks in Thailand, but also one of the cheapest shipping stocks in the world. And finally, Bank of Egrgea, which was just recently taken over by General Electric. So that marries General Electric's strong credit controls and marketing expertise with 550 branches of Bank of Egrgea and a clean balance sheet. So that looks very interesting as well.
Doug, Bernie in Hong Kong, if I could jump in here with sort of an external, outside going in kind of perspective. Obviously, it's the politics that dominate the headlines, which have kind of given the whole economy a bit of a bad name. You know, when it comes to like foreign investment restrictions, when it comes to policy flip-flops and backtracking and all that, are those days over, or, you know, is there a potential that in the lead up to the election, the military government could pull a few more fast ones that could derail one or two more industries? Is that a concern? Is that why you're actually not all over the market, but actually very focused on, say, 10 or 12 stocks?
Well, I think, you know, if you had invested broadly in the Thai market since 1990, when I got here, you would have lost 40% of your assets. So the idea in Thailand, and I think in every market, is to find the cheapest stocks that are, you know, have the best management teams and the best earnings growth, and that's